Holland. From the Yorkshire Moors to the Scottish Highlands, who's going to make it all the way in today's 50-50? Okay, time to do a quick cheer check. Let's hear it for Sophie!
Well, thank you very much. What a welcome. But I think we can turn the volume up a little bit more. Are you ready for 50-50? Yeah! More like it. This is 50-50, the show that has two teams of 50. On my right, Royds Hall from Huddersfield in blue. And on my left, I've got Muirtime Primary School from Inverness in yellow. Now, they're both trying to get that famous 50-50 trophy. But before we kick off, Flynn, who are you going to embarrass today?
Well, how about yellow number 22, who is Emma? Now, when Emma was little, she thought the cat flap was an open window. So, she put her head through and it got stuck.
Ow!
And then there's blue number 36, who's Emily. Although Emily is vegetarian now, when she was a toddler, she used to eat cat food.
Oh. Enough gossip from you, Flynn. Do your job. Give us those numbers.
It would be my pleasure. Contestant numbers required. Number 11, number 32, number 29, number 20, and number 1. You are playing the Spike!
Yes, of course, this is the Spike. Team players start off by diving through that hole there. Once they're through, they need to make their way through the spiky forest. Whew. Once you've done that, you need to get up the ramp. It's pretty steep. Then you need to decide which piece of puzzle you're getting over the top and down to your puzzle builder. Now, this is Adam for the yellows. Hello, Adam. Now, there's 10 points for each piece of the puzzle, and there's an extra 30 bonus points if you complete it in the quickest time. Okay, blues, are you ready? Yeah! Yes, are you ready? Okay, how about you, Flynn? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go! The first game in today's 50-50, and through the porthole they go. The yellows struggling just a fraction there. The blues taking an early lead. They head through the spiky jaws and up to the top. The blues almost forgetting to pick up their piece. The yellows taking a lead now, courtesy of correctly remembering to pick up that piece and handing it to builder Adam. Building for the blues, we've got George, 10 points per piece. And of course 30 points for the first completely built 50-50 puzzle. Lots and lots of support from our schools today. You can hear the chanting from Royds Hall High School in Huddersfield and Muirtown Primary from Inverness. Whoa, down she goes. Number 32 there for the yellows, and the blues there falling back down the ramp and dropping their piece in the process. Here she comes again, second time lucky for number 32. Down it comes on the slide, and she's got it. And there's a piece of puzzle on the floor. 3 pieces there. Whoa, what a stumbling finish. Thank goodness for the safety mats. It's going to be down to the puzzle building, I think. Look, it's on the floor. It's just behind you. That's it, go get it there. The yellow's still struggling through the forest of spikes. It's the final inch, and there it is. Brilliant stuff. Sophie, back to you.
That was the Spike, and it was chaos. The yellows managed to get 3 pieces of the puzzle. Well done, that's 30 points. The blues, however, dropped a piece of the puzzle. George, you sent someone back to go and get it. Good thinking, because you got all 4 pieces. That's 40 points, and an extra bonus 30. Huh! All that excitement, Flynn. What's the opening scores?
Excitement indeed, Sophie. In the Battle of the Norths, Inverness open on 30 points, but Huddersfield take the early lead with 70.
Down here we've got the blues, who managed to win the Spike today. Now, Emma, what happened with you?
Well, I went up the ramp and I slid back down.
Did you drop the piece of the puzzle?
Yeah.
But it didn't matter in the end, because this fella here picked it up for you. Now, what happened with you, number 1?
Well, I went up the hill and the piece wasn't there. So I went down the other side and George said that the piece were on the floor, so I ran and got it and passed it to George.
And you did a great job, because that was the final piece that you needed to win the game. In complete contrast to the Spike in our next game, Players need to be steady-handed and sure-footed. Now, the yellows are in second place at the moment, so they get to go first. Blues will get their chance a little bit later. But Flynn, we're waiting. Can we have those numbers, please?
Okay, I'll deliver them now. Contestant numbers required. Number 6, number 21, number 18, number 27, and number 14. You are playing The Wire!
The wire. You need to guide these loops over the wire. Now, if you touch the wire like this, you lose 5 points for your team. There's 20 points for each section of the wire, and if you do it within your 2 minutes, you get an extra 20 bonus points. Andrew, your time starts now.
Andrew's kicking off. He's number 21. He gets an easy ride as far as the size of the loop goes, but some rather nasty turns, 3 of them, and of course at the steepest bit of underfloor trouble to deal with. He's moved through there with such grace and precision, so confidently and with the right amount of speed. It was an amazing start, and not such a good start for our second competitor, who's already down to 10 points. It's Michelle. She's changed her game plan slightly, a bit more concentration on these corners now, holding on to those points. Can she make it round the rest of this 5? She's only inches away now, and she's done it. Not bad. 30 points so far, and on to contestant number 3, picking up an even smaller hoop. With 1 minute to go, we're exactly halfway through the obstacle course. Rather nasty bit of underfloor trouble here on a really nasty bend, but handled really well with yet again a smaller hoop. Staying cool, staying calm, in control. Oh, and it was that bend there that caused the problem. She just chill out on this last one. Yeah, she's done it. She only lost 5 on that whole sequence. A useful 15 points there. Brilliant stuff. And we've got 30 seconds left now. This is Lauren, 5 points lost from her. And this is a really high bit, quite a tough bit. And she's in a slightly awkward position as the red bar moves across the bottom of your screen, losing on that corner and removing all of the available points. There's the klaxon. Hey, Sophie, back to you.
The Yellows didn't manage to get their extra 20 bonus points for finishing it in the 2 minutes, but they did, however, get some handy points at the start of the game. So, Flynn, add it up for us, mate. What's happened to the scores?
Great wire control gives Inverness the boost they need, Soph, and the tiniest of leads too. Watch their score rise to 75 points.
Everyone to get involved to try and get some more points. That goes for you at home too, because it's time to play the Observator. Now, in a minute, we'll be showing you a music video. You need to pay close attention. I'll be asking you questions on it in just a while. So, Flynn, would you like to dance?
Are you sure? I am a computer. Here's Baseman Jax, and where's your head at? Where's your head?
Keep your heads here as we get ready to play the Observator. Now, I'm going to give you 5 questions. You can only answer true or false, so please pick up your keypads And listen up to the first question. The man on the stretcher is holding a guitar. Is that true or false? Vote now. It is true. He is holding a guitar. 26 points for the Blues there, but only 16 for the Yellows. Okay, next question. The nurse in the corridor is carrying a clipboard. Is that true or false? Vote now. That's false. She's actually carrying a keyboard. 28 for the Yellows that time, but 34 for the Blues. Well done, Blues. Third question. There are 3 men in white coats when the star arrives in the room. Is that true or false? Vote now. It's true. There are 3 men in white coats. 31 for the Blues, but this time, well done, Yellows, 36 points. Okay, here we go with question number 4. A nurse comes into the room carrying a tray with tea and biscuits. Is that true or false? Vote now. And that was true. There she is. 19 for the Blues and 24 for the Yellows. Well done. Okay, final question. One of the monkeys in the video is playing the drums. Is that true or false? Vote now. That was false. The monkeys only play guitars and a keyboard. That was 46 for the Blues, and well done, Yellows, 48 for you. But what has it done to the overall score, Flynn?
Something very interesting, Sophie. The Blues have caught up to within 1 point of the Yellows. Huddersfield are on 226, Inverness 227. Right, let's do it again. Contestant numbers required. Number 9, number 24, number 17, number 38, number 45, and number 48. You are playing the Rollometer!
Okay, first of all, team members have to get on the Rollometer, and that is easier than it sounds. Then they need to get up and get yellow stars, or blue stars, yellow for the yellow team, blue for the blue team. These, however, are mystery stars. Get one of these and keep your fingers crossed. Okay, that one is an extra 30 points. I'm going to put that one back for one of the teams. 10 points for the other stars. Okay, I'm going to get off. Flynn!
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh yes, green means the fun begins on the rockin' and the rolling Rollometer. Whoa, the Blues taking a tumble, and that cantilever effect causing a bit of a stumble for the Yellows too. Oh, what the Blues are absolutely storming across the Rollometer today. I think this is going to be a rather strong one. Whoa, there it goes, the Rollometer in full force. The points, very simple. Grab your own team colour stars, get yourself 10 points, or risk those red stars. Now, it was wonderful that the one Sophie picked up represented 30 points, but there is 15 points, or possibly minus 20, which, when we've only got a difference of 1 point between the teams, could be very, very dangerous indeed. Attack your teammate, and off they go. Is that another red for the Yellows? Damn, what a tumble for the Yellows. Just managing to regain his composure and slam down that red. 2 red stars, the Yellows going for it. The Blues going for it too. I think our team's loving a bit of a gamble here. And there's the klaxon. What a Rollometer that was.
That was the Rollometer. Both teams did well. There's so many stars here. It's just like my phone book. Let's have a look at the Yellows. You got 1, 2, 3 yellow stars, so that's 30 banked. Let's have a look here. This is a red one. Oh, and it's an extra 15 points, so good stuff there. You'll have to add it up as we go along. And this one, oh no, I'm afraid that's minus 20. That gives you a total of 25 points, so not a bad score. Over here to the Blues, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue stars, that's 50, and 2 mystery stars. Okay, the first one, oh, is an extra 30. Good stuff. So that's 80 points at my calculation. Then we've got a minus 20 as well, so that brings you down to 60 points, but still a really good score. Flynn, what does that do to the overall scores?
It's still really close. Inverness on 252, Huddersfield 286.
Okay, are you ready, Yellows? In 3, 2, 1, go!
Mutants gonna be on TV, making our name on CBBC. We are new kids, kinda nifty. Are we gonna win on 50-50? Yeah!
Okay, Blues, contestant numbers required. Number 44, number 31, number 15, number 4, and number 13, you are playing The Wire!
Cope with the jitters. The yellows did pretty well with 45 points. Don't forget, blue team, if you go like this, you lose 5 points. Now there's 20 points for each section and an extra 20 points if you do it in 2 minutes. The road underneath is pretty rocky as well, so be careful. All right, Bradley, number 31, your time starts now.
And Bradley steps up to the wire, grabbing the largest of the 5 rings. And off to a pretty smooth start, taking that first corner well and the second too. So that surface underneath his feet causing problems on the 3rd corner. That's not bad though. 5 points lost, 15 points in total, and onto a smaller hoop for our second contestant. He's lost 2 so far, down to 10 points already. 20 points available on each section. There's another 5 lost. Totally careless. You may as well go all the way through to the next one. All points lost there. Here's Chelsea now. Up to this corner, one of the nastiest ones. I'm not surprised that she lost 5 points there. And of course the loops are getting smaller every time. One more bend here. Not quite so awkward, but very low down, especially on that strange surface. There she lost another 5 points. There it is, another 10, banked and safe. Now moving on to Suna. 1 minute remains and she's already lost 5. We've gone through more than half of the team and only a minute's gone out of the team, so there's no real need to rush so much. She's lost another 5, and that's all 4 gone. She may as well move that hoop all the way through and give Sam a chance on the last 40 seconds maybe. And here comes Sam on the final stretch with a good 30 seconds to go. Rushing far too much now. He really doesn't need to do this. Losing 10 points there. And another 5. But never mind. Some useful points there for the Blues. Sophie.
Good stuff from the Blues there. That, of course, was The Wire. They managed to get 30 points on the way over the wire. And because they decided to rush at the end, they managed to pick up those extra 20 bonus points. But Flynn, what does that do to the scores?
And great control of the wire there from Huddersfield pushes the blue score up to 336 points.
It's time to turn up the tension now and psych some players out as we play The Pulse. In a moment, a random number from the studio audience will be selected. They will then be asked a question. Now, they can play or they can pass. If they play and they get it right, they get 100 points for their team. If they get it wrong, they get nothing. However, they can pass it to their teammates to help them out. So if you're all ready, let's have a blue number, please.
Number 16.
Okay, number 16, this is your question. Which TV family lives at 742 Evergreen Terrace? Are you going to play or are you going to pass?
Pass.
You're going to pass, so everybody please pick up your keypads. Which TV family lives at 742 Evergreen Terrace? Is it A, the Slaters, B, the Simpsons, or C, the Smiths? Vote now. It was B, the Simpsons. Well done, 40 of you got that right. It's time now for the first number for the yellow team.
Number 47.
Okay, number 47. This is your question. Which band has sung about Mary and Laura? Are you going to play or are you going to pass?
Pass.
You're going to pass. Okay, everybody, pick up your remote controls. Which band has sung about Mary and Laura? Is it A, Westlife, B, the Scissor Sisters, or C, Busted? Vote now. The Scissor sisters was the correct answer, and 39 yellows got that right. Well done, yellows. Okay, we now need another number for the blue team, please.
Number 39.
Okay, number 39, this is your question. The Sheriff of Nottingham was the enemy of which legendary outlaw? Are you going to play or are you going to pass?
I'll play.
You're going to play, okay. The Sheriff of Nottingham was the enemy of which legendary outlaw? Was it A, the Three Musketeers, B, Robin Hood, or C, Zorro?
Was it C?
You're saying C, Zorro. Let's have a look and see what the answer is. I'm afraid the answer was B, Robin Hood, so that's no points for the Blues. Okay, moving on now. Another number for the yellow team, please.
Number 28.
Okay, number 28. Listen up, this is your question. Nigeria, Morocco, and Zimbabwe are countries on which continent? Are you going to play and get 100 points, or are you going to pass?
I'm gonna play.
You're going to play. Okay, good luck. Nigeria, Morocco, and Zimbabwe are countries on which continent? Is it A, Antarctica, B, Africa, or C, Asia?
It's Antarctica.
You think it's Antarctica? Okay, let's see if you're correct. I'm afraid you're wrong. The correct answer was Africa, so that's no points there for the yellows. Okay, Flynn, I'm not sure what that does to the scores. That's your job. Let us know, please.
Yes, I will, Soph. I can tell you the Pulse put a bit of a squeeze on the difference too. Inverness, the Yellows on 291, Huddersfield on 376.
What do you think is going to happen at the end of the show today?
I think the blue team's gonna thrash the yellow team.
Oh, very confident. I like your style. Well, it's time now to meet the coolest customer in the studio. And I don't mean Flynn.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yes, Flynn, give us those numbers.
Oh, yes, indeed. Let's meet the people who are going to meet this cool customer. Contestant numbers required. 23, 12, 7, 26, 35, and 40. You are playing the Avalanche!
Okay, there's only one way to end 50-50, and this is it. It's the Avalanche. Come with me for a sneak preview. Okay, first of all, players need to climb up the chili tube like that. Once they've done that, they need to make a decision. Should they stop off and get a snowflake? White ones are worth 50 and gold ones are worth a massive 80 points. Then they need to make their way down and fight their way through the snowballs and the big ice cubes up the slippery hill like this. Once at the top, they need to make their way through the snow, and then it's all the way down the bottom into the scoring zone to press the snow dome to get 30 points for their team and set the player off at the other end. Flynn.
Get ready for a blizzard of fun and points in 3, 2, 1, go!
And the lights, they go green on another astounding Avalanche here on 50-50. Let's look at the points so far. Huddersfield on 376, Inverness on 291. As Sophie said, there's just one 80-pointer snowflake in it that can make all the difference. 30 points for getting a man through, 50 points for that snowflake. And the Yellows have got a white snowflake, the Blues have got a gold snowflake, so that'll be 80 points they could well do with.
Blue, yellow.
And the Yellows have got a gold snowflake. Number 35, they're doing it for the Yellows. They'll be strewing then.
Yellow.
And the Blues lacklusterly slowly climbing up the cargo pole. Come on, give it a bit more. Number 12, thank you very much indeed. That'll be Morgan with another 30 points. The seconds they tick away. You'll know it's almost over when the red bar starts moving across the bottom of your screen. Mind that snowball. It's in the way. With 5 seconds to go, are the Yellows going to get this last snowflake in? Yes, come on. Slam that snow dome. Bring home 50 points plus 30 for the man through. Sophie, it's back to you.
Amazing Avalanche. There were snowflakes galore. Have a look over here. The Yellows good job. They managed to get 4 people down into the scoring zone, and you got 2 white snowflakes and a gold snowflake worth 80 points. That gives you a grand total of 300 points. That's amazing for the Avalanche. Well done, Yellows. Okay, over here we've got the Blues. Now, you got 3 people down, 90 points, 30 points apiece. Well done. You've also got 1 white and 1 gold. That's a total of 220 points. Flynn, please put us out of our misery. Who's won today's 50-50?
Well, Sophie, it looked like the game was over for the Yellows, and they brought home those snowflakes to compensate. But it wasn't enough. By just 5 points, this week's winners are Huddersfield.
Well, that was one of the closest 50-50s I've ever seen, with just 5 points in it. Unfortunately, there is only one winner. Now, the Yellows did a cracking job today, but you just didn't make it at the last minute. But you've had a good time, so for the last time today, a massive cheer for the Yellows! But there is only one winner, and today it's the blue team. Could you do me a favour? Could you take that back to Huddersfield? That is the famous 50-50 trophy. All right, one last time for the blue team, the winners! Well, that's it from me till next time. Have you got anything to add, Flynn?
No, Soph, I've been adding up all day.
Oh, hilarious. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Next time on 50-50, Glasgow challenge Edinburgh. But who gets the head start in the spike? Takes control of the cube, rules the revolve, and takes action in the avalanche. You'd be mad to miss out on the next 50-50.